Welcome back to the Connected Pleasure podcast, my loves. I'm Kayla, your host, and I go by she, her, hers pronouns. And this is another episode in my open cart week, day 2. I am going to dive in and talk about another thing that may be a question or objection of yours, and that is time. You may be thinking, this is a lot of commitment for like 8 or more weeks. With the bonuses, I am giving an extra integration session and or a ritual kind of closing ending session, either by yourself or in a collective group with the other 6 people that want to do this, depending on if people would want to do that. So it may be more like in 9 weeks, depending. But I know it could feel like this is a lot of time that I am putting into this. And one, maybe where do I get the time? Or also, do I deserve to spend this time on myself? And the answer to that, I would say, is absolutely yes. You deserve all the time in the world to spend on yourself and your healing. I will say the one good thing about one-on-one coaching that is different than if you did like a course that had specific dates that you were doing like live calls on is that you get to work this into your schedule. I just have my calendar that once you get enrolled for your coaching package, then you can access my calendar and kind of schedule when it fits in your schedule for you. Again, there's 75-minute sessions. So you have a little bit more autonomy over when and when in your schedule you can fit it in. So that is helpful. The overcoming the like barrier of can I fit this in, or how do I make time for this, or do I deserve to make time for this, is really a mindset shift of, do I deserve to like really take this step and this leap? And again, only you know that for yourself. And I will say again that this is really important work. Again, we have to really think about like, what are our values in life? And we have a lot of scarcity around time in our culture. I am actually currently working on my own like embodiment of time and feeling of scarcity around time. I've been constantly rushed my whole life, and my body naturally wants to just be slow and sloth like and very like curl up on the couch like. And our lives and society just are not built for that right now. That's one of the main things that I want to change in this world, is being able to be slow. Because guess what? Where does pleasure live? It lives in the slowness. It lives in the present moment. It lives in, like so many of the guests that I've had on this podcast have said, like in the moments, like in the sunspot in your house on the rug, so you can lay in it with your shirt up and get all the rays of sunshine on your skin. It lives in, like for me, the moments with my son where he just does something so silly and I'm not thinking about anything else but that one moment with him. It's the long walks that we take. My son is also very into all the Halloween decorations right now. He loves Halloween decorations. And thankfully, we live in a neighborhood where a lot of people do a lot of great decorations on their lawns and around their house. And so we are taking lots of long walks right now to look at the decorations. And like, that's where pleasure lives, is in the moments that we have with each other, with the people that we love. And so you get to live in this space. You get to say, I'm going to put a pause on my crazy life. and give myself some time to really do some important healing work that would benefit you and your whole family. This is work that ripples out. It helps you, it helps your relationship, it also helps your children. You are able to talk more freely and openly about sex with your children, and that is huge. That is like a generational shift in how we are able to really help a new generation define what sex and intimacy looks like and how they can feel so much safer and with ease around it instead of it being this crazy taboo topic that we can't hardly even touch. So, spending this time on yourself has so many ripple effects and could really, not just change your life, but change a whole generation of people's lives. So know that this is really important work. And especially in this time right now, again, like being in a space where we can dive into the depths, but then get to a place where we are cultivating safety in our bodies. And that is creating a frequency of love and safety in the world. And that is also what we need to be holding. We can't necessarily look away from the horrors that are happening in our world, but we can limit the amount of like fear and a scarcity mindset that we have around what could happen. That, that's really where a lot of the trauma is happening right now, and it's like intentionally inflicted trauma. Again, I'm in the US, so I'm focusing on like our current government, but I know there's a lot of authoritarian governments trying to rise right now all over the world. And the biggest tactic that they use is trying to just like throw so much at you that we become numb and we become so afraid that we think that there's nothing that we can do. And I've seen it a lot where people are, again, like this anticipatory thing of like, oh no, like we think this thing could be happening. And then that mean that this could happen and this could happen. And then all these bad things are going to happen. And if we keep going down those rabbit holes, we're sending out this really fearful and scarce, like there's not enough for anybody and we're all going to kind of die type energy. And the more we put that out there, the more that's probably going to be the path that is taken. And in the same vein, if we go the other direction and hold the frequency of like, this is not going to last, we are going to end this and we are going to create a world of love. We are going to create a world of peace. We are going to create a world of community and abundance where everybody has their basic needs met and more. And we get rest and creativity and all these things that we have been deprived of for so long. This is what the future looks like. And so, if we really do this work and start to get into an alignment with ourselves and with the other people that are doing this work, we get to hold the frequency for a better world. And that is going to shape how things turn out. If more of us hold that frequency than the frequency of fear, it is more likely that positive and good things are going to happen and could actually like mitigate some of the bad things that are happening right now too. So that is my personal belief. So I think that this is really important work. You absolutely deserve this time for yourself. And I know I know it's a commitment, and I will also be flexible enough with your schedule. That's also why, it's supposed to be like an 8-week container, but I also put it over the course of 3 months. So we have a lot of wiggle room. We have some room for you to skip a week too. Sometimes it's helpful to have a little bit of extra time for homework as well. So we have some room. We have some time. This is not something that, we have to like move through really quickly. So know that know that there's room. Know that there's room to breathe. And I want you to feel like this is supportive of where you're at right now and not something that you have to just like cram into your schedule. So think about that for yourself. All right. I'm going to do a quick recap of the offers. I feel like I went pretty in depth in the last episode, so I'll do a quick recap. So again, core coaching container offer is $2,999. It is $500 off for anybody that gets those two first early bird specials. If they are gone, then they are gone. And the core coaching container is the 8-week container of 6 teaching sessions and then 2 integration sessions. The VIP upgrade is all of that, plus ongoing text and voice support from me in between those sessions. You get to have me in your pocket. The VIP package is usually $4,999. Again, $500 off for those 2 spots for the early bird special. There's payment plans for both of those containers. So the core coaching container is 4 monthly payments of $750 a month. And the VIP is 4 payments of $1,250 a month. The bonuses, if you pay in full, you get the personalized playlist from me of sacred music, sacred feminine music that I think is really helpful on your journey. And everybody, regardless of whether you pay in full or pay with a payment plan, have the option of adding on a extra integration session or some type of closing ritual session. It could be individual if you just want to do it individually, or we could collectively survey all 6 people and see if we want to do a closing circle together. So it will kind of be co-created as we go, but you can either opt for an extra integration session. So we would be going more in depth on how you are integrating everything, or we could do more of like a closing ritual to commemorate the end of your container. So those are the bonuses. If you pay in full, again, you get a discount on the ongoing support packages. Otherwise, they'll be full price after you go through your container. So the ongoing support package is $750 a month for 2 75-minute sessions within that month. Again, it's just for people that feel like they really need some more support after the container, that maybe 8 weeks or 9 weeks was just not enough and they need a little extra. That's totally fine. So that's there to give you that extra time that you need. And then also partner container. That is for 75-minute sessions in a month, and that's for $1,499 or $1,499. And it's designed to really talk about what needs to be healed on both the feminine and potentially masculine side if it's a heterosexual couple, or just in general, what needs to be healed in that relationship. And then what are tools that the two of you can use to start working on the dynamic within your sexual experiences and how that could be different. So those are available for you at checkout for 15% off if you purchase in full. Unfortunately, I would like to give them at checkout to the payment plans, but my payment processing thing that I'm using does not allow it for the payment plans. So instead of making it complicated, I'm just going to go with that. And hopefully down the road that can be available. So 15% off at checkout, but anybody can purchase them after their coaching container, regardless of what payment plan you have. So it's available to everyone. It's just the people that purchase in full upfront that can get the 15% discount at checkout. So I hope all that makes sense. Again, I will put as much information as I can down in the show notes. Sign up for my newsletter if you would like to see this all written out in an email as well. And I will talk to you all tomorrow for day 3. Oh, I should also mention, forgot to mention this in the last one actually, that I'm still offering any consultations that people want to do. So today is actually day 1 of consultations, and I have them available tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. So if you want to do a consultation first, you would rather like have a quick chat. Well, they're 45 minutes, so it's not quite quick, but if you want to have a chat with me about where you're at specifically, how I can personally like curate for you how we would move through this container with what you are going through in mind and really give you assurance that this container is a good fit for you, then go schedule that 45-minute consultation. Completely free. There's no obligation. If you sign up for it and decide that this isn't the right fit for you, that's totally fine. That's absolutely fine. There's no like, because you signed up, you have to then go with a coaching container at the end of it. It's really just to help you make this decision. So if you want that, it's totally optional, but they're available today, Tuesday, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday of this week, and that's it. So if you want to get one of those, go book it right now. Okay? All right. Well, with that, I will see you all tomorrow. Take care.